Hey, how's it going? It's Sam Frost here, back with another digital marketing video. Now today what I want to talk about is the importance of understanding which pages on your website are delivering the most value. So the ones that are getting the most traffic, the ones that are getting the most conversions, the ones that are adding the most sort of commercial value to your business. Now we've probably all heard of that famous 80-20 rule that says 20% of the efforts you do generate about 80% of the results. Same thing applies for a website. Usually 20% of the pages on a site generate 80% of the activity for that particular website in terms of landing page visits or conversions, sales, things like that. So it's really important to understand what those are. So make sure you go into your Google Analytics. If you don't have that set up, you really need to get it sorted quickly. Go into the analytics and actually look back over time at, what are your top 20% landing pages? What are your top 20% pages in terms of conversion rate? What are your top 20% pages in terms of exit rate? So you can understand how to optimize your site to get less people leaving. By doing that, you make it easier to start on the optimization process. What tends to happen in my experience is that if people don't look at the 20% first, they sort of go for the bigger picture, the whole 100. What tends to happen is you'll get, through the process, you'll work down your page list hierarchically, and you can wind up spending ages optimizing sort of rats and mice pages that no one really visits. I've seen it before where people have hundreds, thousands of pages on bigger websites, things like e-commerce. They're optimizing pages that get hardly anyone visiting before they're optimizing the pages that are getting a lot of visits. And what can happen is you can wind up burning out in that process. It costs more money, it takes more time, especially if you're paying for other resource to do it. So by focusing on the 20% of that 80-20 rule, you're really going to make it easier to go about the optimization process. So make sure you actually understand what parts of your site are generating the most value. You may well find that there are bits of your site that no one even looks at. I remember working on a project once where a business had spent a lot of money on blogging. They'd paid for some really quite good content to be put on their blog, and if you look back over literally a 12-month period, it was like a handful of people, maybe 5-10 people who'd read each one of these blog posts, and then there were other areas on their site that were getting tons and tons of traffic. So even though they were obsessed with getting these blog posts sort of optimized better and how do we do SEO on the blog posts, they actually weren't doing a very good job at optimizing the homepage and some of the other landing pages that were really delivering the value for this business. So understanding the 80-20 rule and how it applies to your website performance, really important. Hopefully you found this video helpful. If you're watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe. If you need any help, drop a comment, send me an email on info@samfrost.co.nz. I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching.